If LaPortia does not take her Jurassic Park bacon for breakfast built ass neck on somewhere, I know something.
I'm the librarian, and I came to read.
Before we continue on with this video, I want to make sure that you guys know I'm trying to do a Q&A video within the next few days. So before you see anything, write a question that you've always wanted to ask me, and I'll be sure to look through all of them and get the most sickening questions and answer them in a video that will be coming up. Also, I want you guys to know that if you live in America, girl, election day is tomorrow. I want you to get your ass in formation. We do not need a racist, misogynist, hypocritical ass liar in the goddamn office. Yes, all politicians can be strategic and they can lie, but bitch, the last thing that I want to see happen is Donald Trump get his Oompa Loompa Oompa-dee-doo, Willy Wonka, beach ball, orange basketball shaped head ass into the Oval Office and make it more difficult for minorities around the goddamn universe. Get your ass to the polls! So this week in racist cop news, a mother is completely horrified after her son overdosed on some drugs accidentally, and weeks later a photo resurfaces, and I'm not even gonna show it, but a photo resurfaces of a police officer grabbing her dead son's arm and smiling with a thumbs up to the goddamn camera. I'm not sure what the hell is going on with some of you bitches, but you feel like black people are just some barnyard animals that you can just, like, you're going on a hunting spree and you took a picture with the kill. I'm upset about it with your string cheese built asses over here dehumanizing even dead black people. And now this mother's out here horrified to see that not only they have taken this picture, but this picture's all over the internet now, girl. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it, because it was publicized and I know about it. So I have to say something about it, but girl, I'm sick and tired of you dumb bitches. I'm sick and tired of you jelly donut in the face built bitches. We cannot even have peace in death. So I saw that shit, got really mad. I said, girl, I'm gonna drag the shit out of you hoes. That's why I will never understand respectability politics. I'll never understand the, well, girl, you need to yes master, no master these hoes. Because even when we don't have a goddamn pulse, we are not valued as human beings. Not even our memory is seen as something worth preserving. So I'm completely over it. The next time I see something like this in the goddamn news, be prepared, because I'm gonna have my reading glasses on, okay? Melania, 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 I don't even want to call what you did on that goddamn stage a speech, bitch. I'm gonna call it fundamental reading, because you were just reading the goddamn teleprompter, okay? You were not looking in the fucking camera. The only time you even looked in the audience is when your ass had to go from right to left to switch reading teleprompters. I'm not understand. There's no type of stage presence with what you're talking about. You were talking to the audience just like this, bitch, not even looking into the camera. You're just simply reading every word that came up from the teleprompter. I'm so upset about it, okay? And you're over here talking about you want to stand up for women's rights and children's rights and shit like that. I'm not understanding where, because the only thing that stood up for women is Donald Trump's dick. So I'm really having trouble understanding how you and your husband can have cohesive views on women when he continues to disrespect anyone with a vagina that he feels like he can grab. You're talking about standing up against bullies when in all reality, Donald Trump is, if he was on Mount Olympus, he would be the god of bullying, bitch. And notice I didn't say Ares, the god of war, because I feel like you would have to have some type of political intelligence in order to successfully direct a war. No, what Donald Trump is good at is being a goddamn bully. So as I said, I don't know how you and your husband are going to have cohesive platforms on the subject. One likes to bully, you claim you want to stand up against bullies. One likes to grab women by the pussy and you say you want to stand up for women. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Just like I still to this day don't know how your marriage is working out. But I guess if money is in the picture, relationships can at least pretend to be strong, just like your husband's relationship with foreign ass countries that do not too much have America's best interest at heart. But if the money's there, bitch, I guess y'all will be. But Melania, in the meantime, what I want you to do is go ahead and take some type of speech classes or something. I don't know. You need to check yourself into Sesame Street. I want you to take everything you have. You need to call Comcast. Tell them that you're moving from that goddamn mansion or whatever, the loft or whatever you're living in with Donald Trump this week. You need to call Comcast. You need to call utilities. Tell them to chop your shit. Tell them to cut your shit at this address, because you're going to be moving to 123 Sesame Street. You need some help when it comes to oration. You need some help when it comes to giving a goddamn speech. We said give a speech. We didn't say read us a bedtime story, girl. Go back to the drawing board, bitch. And maybe that's where you need to be at this point in time. Don't be writing anything. Don't be trying to read anything. Just simply draw. Do some like Pictionary bullshit when you go up to speak, and maybe that will be more entertaining and more engaging. Sit your ass down. Now, y'all know that I love Beyonce. I love her to death. But she had me a little bit pressed at this Hillary concert that Hillary was saying, you know what, I need the black vote, so I'm gonna get all these black influencers out here, girl. I'm gonna smile in their face. Even if I don't know the difference between a Big Sean and a Jay-Z, I'm just gonna get all you hoes here together and y'all gonna get the black vote for me. Beyonce went up with Hillary to do a little cute concert, and I was really pressed about this motherfucking ugly ass pantsuit that Beyonce had on. I was upset about it because I think arguably Beyonce gave us one of, if not the best look of her goddamn life at the CMAs, both on the red carpet and on stage. So I was getting ready for her to snatch my weave, snatch, you know, what's left of my goddamn edges after the barber cut it with his fine ass. I was getting ready for her to snatch my edges. But then she came out here in this ugly ass pantsuit, bitch. I'm talking about polka dot tees. I was upset about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was FaceTiming Justin J while Beyonce was performing, and I was just dragging her. I did not like this pantsuit. It looks, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's an ode to Hillary Clinton. I don't care if it's an ode to Jesus himself. That shit was ugly. As I said, I love the queen, but girl, I did not like that fashion choice, girl. I was upset, and it was loose as hell, and it was just, oh my gosh. And she really could have given us a sickening ass pantsuit. You know, maybe have like a V, get down to here, like really low cut, but still cute at the same time. Have it snatched and cinched, and giving us some cute ass pants with some high ass heels, girl. That's what I wanted. Not this bag ass trash bag, 30-gallon built ass motherfucking yard bag, black bag built ass motherfucking. I did not like that shit at all. But as usual, she gave us vocals and she gave us everything that we needed. But when it came on to speaking, I was like, Beyonce, you kind of irked me when you said, okay, as blacks and Asians, as Mexicans, we need to stand together. Some shit like that you said. If you're gonna say blacks and Asians, you should have said Latino or Hispanics, Beyonce. I did not like that you specifically said Mexicans, unless you were referring to the fact that Donald Trump keeps calling Mexicans out. Other than that, I did not appreciate that, girl. You could have said Latino or Hispanics if you're gonna use whole groups like that. But just use this as a learning experience, queen. I know everybody's not perfect. I didn't want to have to drag your ass, but listen, that fashion has got to go. I don't know whoever told you to put that shit on, girl. Even your background dancers, I think, look better than you in what they had on. That cute ass blue was cute. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But understanding that I'm a Beyonce stan, I can critique the queen, bitch. I can critique her because I buy her shit. Now moving on to Miss LaPortia's triple Twizzler neck built ass, talking about,
oh, when Beyonce was on stage and she's moving her hips and moving her butt, you know, I just didn't think that matched with the beautiful message of the song. Oh my gosh, country people don't do that. That was not the essence of country music, and that's why country fans didn't like it.
Girl, LaPortia, let me get your cooning ass, all lives matter sounding ass. Let me sit your ass down real quick. Okay, first of all, there are many artists, Justin Timberlake, I think Ariana Grande, who performed at the CMAs, but nobody dragged the shit out of their ass because they were not cop-hating niggers like Beyonce, okay? That's the reason why they didn't want her on stage. If they were able to dismiss the Dixie Chicks ass because they were supporting Democrats and they were dragging Donald Trump, girl, imagine what they're gonna do to a black woman who dares ask for police to stop abusing their power and killing us. Oh shit, get shook. And I can tell that your ass is small-minded and ignorant because you think that country musicians do not get sexual on stage. Even if you want to call what Beyonce was doing sexual, she was literally just moving her hips. But I digress. You think that country music has nothing sexual in it. I don't understand what's going on, bitch. You need to do your research before you open your goddamn mouth. And what you mean that's not the essence of country music, bitch? We built this shit, ho. They borrowed from the blues genre and some jazz and shit like that to create the shit that they're half the musical instruments that they motherfucking use in country music has originated in Africa. So I don't understand what you're talking about. We created this shit. We built the fuck out of this shit. And if we want to go there and reclaim that shit like Beyonce just did, we have the right to, ho. While they were out here able to write and enact copyright laws and snatch from our black asses and redo it and present it to the general public and make money off of it while we were suffering, even though that's the shit that we created. Girl, no man. We can reclaim this shit if we want to, girl. And that's exactly what Beyonce did and had your motherfucking itty bitty piggy at the market built ass shook. And speaking of Beyonce, let's talk about her sister Solange. She went onto SNL and performed two songs, I think Cranes in the Sky and Don't Touch My Hair. Whichever song is the one where it's like, what you say to me, bitch? And she's up there getting her life, bitch. What you say to me, bitch? That was my favorite performance, girl. I think she had on her, it was Don't Touch My Hair. She had her little afro out. She had a sickening ass white piece going on. She said, what you say to me? Bitch, I say, you better fuck these white hoes up. They don't know what the fuck you talking about, girl. They just know it sounds indie and cute, so they gonna support it. Girl, that's how you do it. I want you to gather these hoes up together. Solange's performances, I feel like I have to be in the mood for them, no shade. But when I am, and I just want to chill out and relax, she gives it to me. She gives everything. Her mics were on, unlike some of your faves. It's just like musical genius runs in the family, and I can see why a lot of you bitches will be pressed about it, like you, Stacey Dash. Beyonce and her family and her friends were dressing up and shit, and I think Kelly Rowland dressed up as the character from Clueless that Stacey Dash plays, and Tina Lawson, I think she didn't really connect the dots. She was just like, girl, Kelly, it looks more beautiful and is definitely more smart than the original character, blah, blah, blah. AKA Mama Tina said, well, Kelly is definitely a better version of the character that Stacey Dash played. So Stacey caught wind of that shit, and she was like, girl, don't come for me. Imitation is the best form of flattery. But this was after Tina changed it because people were thinking that Tina meant to be shady, and I just think she was just saying, girl, it's a character. Stacey Dash, she tried to go in, but as usual, the Beehive dragged the shit out of her. You will not talk shit about Beyonce. We're the only ones who can do that shit, and you definitely will not be talking shit about Miss Tina Lawson. That's just not gonna happen. Stacey Dash, you need to take your pizza-shaped head ass and go down to somebody's delivery car, bitch. Matter of fact, don't go down to nobody's delivery car, because if a delivery man delivers me your pizza face ass, they are not getting a tip from me. I want your greasy shaped head ass to return whatever is on your skin, whatever oil is on your skin, to either Burger King or McDonald's, bitch, because they need something to fry their food in. Take your ass to Neutrogena or Proactive or something, bitch, because I'm sick and tired of seeing that holy oil dripping down your goddamn face. Keep the nose names out of your mouth and put a toothbrush in it. So as we know, Lil Wayne took his squirrel, raccoon, opossum face ass onto TV talking about, well, I don't relate to Black Lives Matter, and T.I. took to Instagram to say, girl, you my friend, what's the tea, sis? You are embarrassing us over this issue. Our people are struggling. Just because you have all this money and fame and cars and shit, it doesn't mean that all the issues have been solved. So T.I. did have some good points, although I feel like if he's his friend, as he just claimed, he could have easily picked up the phone and texted him all that information. I feel like a lot of people like to seem like there's some type of Captain Save-A-Hole when it comes to things like that. They like to be seen in a good light. And the reason I say this is because I don't think T.I. is as passionate about these issues as he puts on. Because if that's the case, we would not have an Iggy Azalea. We would not have Iggy Azalea out here being a culture vulture, stealing from something she doesn't understand or cares to understand, and presenting it to white girls that shoplift from Claire's as real hip hop. And I'm not saying that white people cannot participate in hip hop, but I need you to at least understand it. You need to not act like you came from an area that you did not come from. And you also need to not be racist with your runaway slave master lyrics using ass. So, you know, all those things combined, and yet you still have signed an Iggy Azalea, Iggy Azubumafu. It's not realistic to me. It's not realistic. If you're so aware about the issues that are affecting our community, why would you want an appropriating ass motherfucker to profit off of some of the things that blacks get made fun of for? You know what I mean? As I said, it would be one thing if you're a white person, you understand hip hop's history, and you understand why it was created, what we're doing with hip hop. You understand that you have to be lyrically talented, and that's something you work on. That's completely different than an Iggy Azalea. And T.I., with all the problematic shit that your ass has said, girl, I don't think that you should have taken your ass onto Instagram to pretend like you are some type of social justice warrior. You, as I said, you could have called his ass. You better call Lil Wayne.
You better call Lil Wayne. Tell him to come get his racist shit.
Tell him to come get his shit, girl. Y'all both need to have some serious conversations, and I would prefer if you do it off of social media. So I'm looking at these pictures, and Twitter was a little bit pressed when this came out. Megan Fox has her kids out here, her little boys out here, walking around in some cute princess dresses and shit like that, and I got my whole life. A lot of people were mad that she did not make them wear black and blue, as if those are the only colors that boys are supposed to wear, as if how fabric is sewn together is really that motherfucking important. If they see something in the closet they think it's pretty, I feel like they should be able to put it on. I feel like as parents you have the responsibility to teach your kids that just because we live in this society, that if you choose to do these things, there are certain things that can happen, like bullying and teasing and all of that. You have to make, I feel like you have to make sure your kid is ready for all of that, or at least train them, inform them what to do if something were to happen. Just because we live in a society that says that men can slap each other's asses on the football field, but they can't wear a skirt if they want to. But you didn't hear that shit from me. You know, when I was growing up, I couldn't even wear like certain light colors because, you know, it was seen as feminine. I remember my ain't shit ass father, or sperm donor as I like to call him, because fathers are actually interested in raising you while you live in their house. But I digress. I came home with white jeans, I think it was, and he was pissed. That's a light color, you're a guy, you can't wear that. I was like, girl. So he took took them jeans, he took my skinny jeans and burned them in the backyard. It's like you bitches are living under such strict rules that you can't even enjoy your own goddamn life. So while you are out there thinking that you are changing something, taking away all the clothing that you deemed as feminine, I'm out here wearing a goddamn crop top on the goddamn internet. And you were pressed about a skinny jean hoe, and I'm out here wearing stilettos to the goddamn club, bitch. I would be shook if I were you too. And it's not only clothes, but it's gender roles as a whole. Some of you bitches do not like living in that box, but you will continue to do so just because of peer goddamn pressure, just because you don't want to shake the table. But let me tell you something, bitch. Don't even put a tablecloth. If you're setting a table next to me, don't even put a tablecloth on it. I don't want you to put anything expensive on that goddamn table, because if I see a table, I'm gonna shake it. You hoes are blindly following rules, and I'm asking why. Don't prevent yourself from enjoying some shit. Life is hard enough as it is. Don't prevent yourself from enjoying something that you like just because it's girly or it's too manly. This is your life. Well, I have to go, and in the wise words of Carrie Hilson, Carrie Hilson. I got nothing.